All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So last time I ended up doing a video on 8 things I liked about the Ducati 899 Panigale, and today's pretty much like I said, it's going to be the exact opposite. I'm going to actually make a video about 8 things I do not like about this Ducati, because you know everything you got, you know, you probably, you know, there's things you like about it, there's things you hate about it, and I already made a video on things I liked about it, and this video is pretty much going to be dedicated to the things I hate about this beast right here. Even though there's more things I love about this thing than I do hate, there are things I do not like about this beast. So this video is pretty much going to be that. 8 things I dislike about this 2015 Ducati Panigale 899.
All right guys, that's one thing I hate about this bike, having to fill up every week, or at least, actually no, I haven't really been riding that much just because of the wind, and I don't really like riding the wind. But anyways, this video is pretty much just going to be the exact opposite of my last video, which is, instead of 8 things I absolutely love about this bike, it's 8 things I hate about this bike. And honestly, that's probably going to be reason number 1 I hate about this bike is just the amount of gas it takes. Although it's not a big issue, I get a huge amount of miles off of it. It's just, you know, the tank's not that big, so you know, I don't get that many miles off of it. I'm having to constantly fuel this baby girl up. So yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about this bike, just probably the small gas tank, because I like how much fuel this thing saves me, but I also hate, you know, the fact that I have to constantly go to the gas station just because of the size of the tank's just so small. Anyways guys, reason number 2 why oh, a nice little fan. Appreciate it. Yo, shit. It's funny, this isn't the video for that. Like I said on that last video, always get compliments. Always get compliments on this bike. That's what I love about it. You know, I'm just out here just, you know, making videos on things I don't like about this bike, and there you go. Some guy that likes about it and wants to hear the rev, and I'm like, yeah, this thing is loud, but it's not as loud as some Japanese bikes. I don't know, my Yamaha R6 might have been louder, but I don't know. I know I had a buddy of mine, I think he has a Honda CVR 600. Yeah, that thing's a lot louder than this. But anyways guys, reason number 2, it's hard to say. You know, what I don't like is how uncomfortable this bike is. I know last time I said the stance is comfortable and all that. I just don't like how uncomfortable. I don't like how uncomfortable this bike is, just because stock, it's kind of uncomfortable, and you know, I get tired of, well, at least I don't get tired, my butt gets tired. My butt gets tired of riding this thing, so yeah. But yeah guys, I've heard some people I've had tell me that, yeah, they already super sport from California here and back and all that. I'm like, you must be crazy as hell. This ain't no cruiser. Like, these seats are not comfortable. So stock seats aren't comfortable at all. So you pretty much have to get like aftermarket seats, which I probably will in the future. So yeah, but yeah, these seats at least stock is super uncomfortable. All right guys, reason number 3 that I would have to say that I dislike about this bike is probably all the power. This thing does not like going slow. Like I said, I'm not gonna ever really use this bike to its fullest potential, which is true. At least not legally in the streets, and even then, like, I don't ever corner as well as this bike said. You know, I get scared on leaning this bike too much, even though that this bike can handle a lot more than, you know, what my skill set is actually set. But I could probably, you know, learn on a 300, which honestly I kind of do want to get me a 300 and kind of learn how to ride a bike and stuff like that, but, or at least corner and handle and all that stuff. But yeah, that's probably going to be probably a different time. But yeah, I just just don't like how much power this thing has, just because on stop and go traffic. This clutch is super stiff, and that's actually going to be reason number 4. But yeah, as for reason number 3, just all this power, this thing does not like going slow. Probably around 10-15 miles an hour, or even less if you're in first gear, having to hold the clutch. If you want to let go of the clutch, this thing wants to go at least 15-20 miles an hour, at least, and it's just crazy. Yeah, and the clutch, guys, the clutch is unbelievable. If you're on that clutch a lot, you're pretty much gonna need a bionic arm to handle that clutch, because unless you're really experienced or whatever, and know how to get around that stuff. Am I even gonna make this? Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, then your arm gets real tired, because I know on my R6 I didn't have an issue with the clutch and all that with being so stiff. I don't know if it's just Ducatis or what, but yeah, my arm was stiff as hell, and my arm gets tired, especially on stop and go traffic or whatever. Yeah, my arm's just dying after that stop and go traffic. Reason number 5 why I don't like this bike, yeah, like I said, the stance, guys. The stance for me is a love-hate relationship. I like you know, kind of not being so aggressive like my R6, leaning in, which is nice for sometimes, but I don't know, this thing, like, if you try to lean into it, it's a little uncomfortable. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's, like, it doesn't want you to lean into it, even though you know you should lean into it. You know what I mean? Unless I'm not doing it right. I'm probably not, knowing me. Yeah, I'm probably not doing it right. But anyways, that's probably one of the things I don't like. It's a love and hate relationship, because I know I put it on both videos. Reason number 6 why I don't like this bike, and honestly, these reasons, I'm kind of like just finding little things, because honestly, there isn't much I hate about this bike. Don't get me wrong, I love this bike and all that, but there's just little issues that here and there that I don't like about this bike. Alright guys, like I said, reason number 6, I haven't gone through this yet, but maintenance costs. Now, I just being an Italian bike, it's gonna be hard to get parts. Sure, we have Italian dealerships, but getting parts for this thing is a pain in the ass. Now, I don't have foot peg or passenger foot pegs, which I've been trying to get for a while now, and honestly, those things are expensive as hell. I'm gonna have to go to like eBay or something to get some passenger foot pegs, because I think the OEM parts directly from Ducati are like 700 bucks. So I'm like, are you serious? 700 bucks for passenger foot pegs? Like, no, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying $700 for those foot pegs. Oh shit, fuck. I'm not paying $700 for some passenger foot pegs, when I could probably go to eBay and pay like a fraction of that price. I've seen it on eBay for about like $200-300 bucks, so that's probably what I'm gonna go for. And you got another rider. So yeah, guys, just the cost of, you know, the maintenance on that. I think pretty soon, well, I think what they told me is that this thing needs a Desmo service. I have no idea what that is, but they said that the cost of that is anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000. I'm like, are you serious? That's over half of what this bike is worth. I'm like, what kind of service is that? I have no idea what that Desmo service is. I don't have no idea how much, if it actually costs that. I'm like, are you serious? $5,000 to $7,000? If I get 2 services, that's pretty much that whole bike. I'm like, really? The maintenance is probably going to be more expensive than this bike eventually. So that's probably it. If anything, that's the actual biggest reason I hate about Ducatis, is the maintenance costs and up costs. And I'm like, really? It's just so stupidly expensive. That's what I love about my R6. It's just maintenance cost was down. You could pretty much do just about everything yourself. And honestly, like, preventive maintenance, I am going to do on this bike up by myself. Like, you know, oil change, changing chain sprockets, lubricating them, and, you know, preventative maintenance, stuff like that. I'm gonna do myself. I'm not gonna pay someone else to do it when I could easily do it myself. Alright guys, so reason number 7 why I don't like about this Ducati 899 Panigale is where the exhausts are. Now, I know with the Yamaha R1, I had a problem with the exhaust being right up on your seat, so your butt's always hot. This one, it's pretty much like the same as the Dodge Vipers, right where your legs would technically be when you're stepping out. So every time you step out of the Dodge Viper, your legs are pretty much being burned. So I know I have my leg down at the moment, and that's where the exhaust is. That's why a lot of times I don't like having the exhaust down, or at least my leg down, because that's where the exhaust is, and it pretty much burns up your legs. So you pretty much have to have your right leg on the rear brake. Your left leg is fine and all that. I don't ever burn up my left leg, but it's just the exhaust always tends to burn up my what's it called, right leg. So it was not like a big issue, but it just gets super warm. It's not even summertime yet. It's pretty cool. I think it's like 60 some degrees right now, and just wait until it gets like 90 degrees. I feel like that's going to be a big issue, and so for you know, just put in the back burner that, oh yeah, the exhaust is gonna get real hot, right? And then reason number 8, just like the last video, Ducati. There's a whole bunch I've seen forums, yeah, don't get a Ducati, you're gonna regret it. Ducatis are more in the shop than they are in the street, and honestly, I don't blame them, especially a lot of people that don't like to, oh, if you know, if something bad happens to your Ducati, you're pretty much out of a bike, because you're going to be spending more what the bike is worth and all that, just to fix it. And honestly, that's a lot of motorcycles, because I remember what's it called, my R6, when it got stolen, and I took it to the shop to get it repaired, just like I got it, I think they quoted me like 8-9 grand. I'm like, that's what the bike is worth. Are you serious? So I can't even imagine what, if this bike gets totaled or whatever, how much it'll cost to fix it. So yeah, and yeah, shout out to whoever got my bike. You know, that's a beautiful bike, even though all it needed was just probably ignition stuff, like cosmetics, all that could be fixed, you know, cheaply and all that. Just to get it running, it didn't take much. It probably would have took maybe at most 1,000. But yeah, guys, Ducati. There's even a whole bunch of forums, you know, Ducati Problems, hashtag Ducati Problems and stuff like that. But me, I'm still gonna love this bike, even though I made this video. I'm still gonna love this bike. I'm still gonna ride this bike. I don't have any issues with this bike. So yeah, even though I'm making a video on 8 things I hate about this bike. Oh, and honestly, guys, here's a bonus one. I don't know why. I don't know if it's all motorcycles or whatever. The speedometer. The speedometer is always inaccurate. I remember going like 50, I think like 50 or 55. Or actually, no. On the speedometer, it says I was going about 40, which was the speed limit, and then I think I was going actually 30 miles an hour, or 20, like, yeah, about 30 miles an hour. I'm like, really? Yeah, so the speedometer reads faster than what I'm actually going, because right now the speedometer is at 82. Yet I know I'm not going 82 miles an hour, just because I know some of these guys in the slow lane on 225 always drive slow. They probably drive below the speed limit. The guys in the fast lane always drive faster. So yeah, I don't know. I know my R6 had that same problem, that the speedometer was off, but it was like off by 5-10 miles an hour. This thing is off by a lot more. I don't even know. I have to go one of those speed checks or whatever that registers or calculates your speed and all that. So yeah. But yeah, that's just a little bonus that I just thought of in the fly. But anyways, guys, that's all I'm gonna have for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like down below, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell for notifications, and if you haven't follow me on IG at Super Sport Miguel, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, man.